today with Tony Richardson and with Antoinette Richardson.
You got to say like Antoinette Baskerville Richardson.
Oh, see, I didn't know you wanted me to.
No, here's why.
Why?
Because I was a teacher in the Newark district for 36 years,
Absolutely.
and like that's how everybody knows me.
That is true. That is
Speaking to
true.
that mic. Speaking to that mic.
And
No
also, I
doubt.
was going to give you the headphones. I forgot to have you put on the headphones as well.
Right, no doubt, absolutely. But while our sisters putting the
We can do
headphones
the
on and everything,
introduction.
no doubt, absolutely. But I want to give a big props to DJ Ronald bringing some conscious hip hop. I needed that, man. My spirit needed that, man. I was on IG, man, all last night. Brother, it was like a brain scraping, brother. People in bad shape.
So
Brother.
you need some positive music.
I need some conscious.
to get the brain
yes, I need some
working
revolutionary
again.
hip hop. Yes, absolutely.
Well, you
brother.
know, some things that get the brain working again is like when we read.
Right.
And so
Right, absolutely.
this brings us
Yes.
right to
Some books.
Antoinette
Yes.
Baskerville Richardson.
Yes.
And we are well, first a little
Honored.
bit of background.
Yes.
She's brilliant. She has been helping and doing things in education in Newark for over 30 years.
Absolutely.
I knew her when I was a kid. She was an amazing speech coach, multiple state champions
Wow.
in education at Barringer High School.
Yes.
And then, wow, she had a whole career of helping kids helping kids to excel and do great things across the country. And then she retired, and what did she do? She ran for board,
That's
school
right.
board, and became school board president.
Absolutely.
And was one of our most influential school board presidents because it came during a tumultuous time with Cammie Anderson, state control, when things were just going wild. And Antoinette Richardson just held things down, or Antoinette Baskerville Richardson, as she's well known.
Right.
Now you can call me Tony.
Now,
All
okay,
right.
now, and we always, many of her friends affectionately call her Tony, and she is now the Chief Education Officer for Mayor Ras Baraka,
Right.
for the city of Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
And she is here with things that would get our kids off IG,
Right. Right.
and
right.
all of those things that destroy their brain cells. And she's here to talk to us today about Newark
Let's give
Reads.
him a round of applause, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
being here, bringing some books. We need books.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
what is the mayor's reading program?
So let me start with the umbrella, because the umbrella is a literacy coalition called #Newark Reads, and the Mayor's Book Club is the first pillar of that literacy coalition. So we have some other things in the works, but what we rolled out first is the Mayor's Book Club. And,
So the mayor's got his own book club.
well, not exactly. It's a coalition. So if you want to know the whole history, the United Way and the city decided to partner on a literacy coalition.
Awesome.
Okay, but if you know anything about Mayor Baraka, you know that he does not believe in anyone doing anything alone.
That's right.
So
Fair.
our first call was to pull together other people who were interested, not just interested, but who were willing to, put something in the pot to help,
Right.
to help the initiative. So we started with, like I said, United Way in the city of Newark. This was less than a year ago. And now we have a bunch of partners, but I would say our key partners right now are the Newark Library.
Okay.
Very
See, people
important.
use libraries. They were getting on me before because I said library.
What? Library. The
Right.
Newark Library, Newark Board of Education, Panasonic.
No, I mean, he said
Audible.
that nobody knew what libraries were. They
I
don't put them anymore.
Wait a minute, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. So, but the important thing, and let me just mention a couple of others.
Right.
Newark NAACP, Newark Thrives. There are others. But just to let you know that a bunch of people have come together and brought resources to make this work. So before I get off track and start talking about libraries and people, I'll just say this one thing about libraries, and that is that the city of Newark actually does have libraries that are open, and in many communities they
Yes.
are closing
Absolutely.
libraries.
That's
So I
right.
think that's what's important to say and to know, and people frequent the Newark Library because the
Right.
Newark, and I'll just do this little spiel on the Newark Library.
Break it down.
The Newark Library remains relevant, okay?
Mhm.
Which means
That's right.
that It is a cultural center, not just a library. If you live in Newark, you know that thousands, 1,500 people are at the Newark Library for house music, for dancing every week.
Absolutely. Every Friday.
Yes. And there's there's a teen center within the library.
Right.
So there's just reading is important, but you got to get people into the space.
Absolutely.
And when people get into the space, then you can do a lot of things. But people have to feel like the library is home, and that's what Newark Library has been able to do. Jeffrey Treziak, who is the executive director,
Right.
He's been
Right.
fun. You shouldn't have started me on the
I did.
No, but
I
let
did.
me tell you something.
Yeah.
This is what I'm really happy about. Thank you, Jeffrey. They have remodeled the bathrooms in the Newark Library. Ladies, if you've ever been in the Newark Library, you will appreciate what I am talking about.
Break it
that
down.
the second floor bathrooms are remodeled, and
Wow.
they're going to do the first floor.
Awesome.
Gentlemen, you have no idea, and I'll just leave that alone.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what I'm talking
So,
about. That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about. Yeah. Seriously, we got to support our libraries, man.
Absolutely.
We have to do that, man.
But let's.
So, yeah, I'm going to get back. So I
Yes.
think the first thing to know about the Mayor's Book Club is that Mayor Baraka was insistent that the point of distribution be the library, the main library, and all of the branches. So anyone who wants to participate in the Mayor's Book Club, who wants to pick up the free book, they have to go into the library, do a little registration. It's not a registration where anybody knows all of your business or anybody can come and find you or whatever. It's minimal information. You can just give your zip code if you want to, or you can give more information if you want folks to get back in contact with you. And that's just important because if you know anything about the world today, you got to show some data. So we have to show how many people, are using these books and potentially, where those people live. So that's what the data piece is about. But to get down to the specifics of it, there are for the summer, there were 2 books that were selected, and these 2 books were selected by a committee, and then Mayor Baraka, because it's a Mayor's Book Club,
That's right.
He, actually, said, yes, these are good books that I approve of, and we went forward. We have purchased, I think it was 1,000 copies in total, and what happened was that folks could register online, or they could go into the library and register and pick up their book. When you get your book, you get a bookmark, and that bookmark has questions. We call them thought questions.
Okay.
So the summer reading selections were focused on grades 6 through 8, and the 2 books that are being read now, one is I Am Malala by Malala
Yes.
Yousafzai, and you may be familiar. She was the young woman from Pakistan who was actually shot in the face by the Taliban because
Right.
she.
I read that book.
Yeah, because she. And so what we have is the young readers version, 6th through 8th grade version, and this was simply because she was promoting girls going to school and being educated.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Yeah, the other selection is a book called. I'm sorry.
Okay.
A book.
Okay.
A book by Kwame Alexander called The Crossover.
Awesome.
Very different kind of a book, focused on basketball as a theme. It's not written in prose, it's written in poetry.
Oh, wow.
And the main character, Josh, he has a nickname, Filthy McNasty, which sometimes he likes and sometimes he doesn't. So the book is all about just kind of self-identity, finding yourself, and what images you want to be. And I don't want to talk too much about it because everybody can go and get the book because we still have some copies at all of the Newark Public Library branches. So these books have been picked up by individual students. Some schools, registered young people and brought them in, and some summer programs registered their whole groups of young people and brought them in. But the main thing is you got to go to the library because Mayor Baraka wants people walking through those library
Yes.
doors.
Absolutely.
One thing I've always appreciated about this mayor is that he's an avid reader. If you just run across him like in a restaurant or something like that, sometimes he's just by himself with a book, just reading it, and that's not uncommon. Like everybody's talking about, the mayor reading, and I think that this, like, getting Norkers to embrace literacy and making that part of the culture, calling it the Mayor's Book Club, so that people can have like one place. Like, well, if we want to read a book, where do we go? Mayor's Book Club, right? I think that's incredible.
Yeah. And the other thing about it, I think that's important is that the vision is to have as many people as possible in the city reading the same book at the same time. For the young people, this summer, each of the branch libraries has activities. You can actually go to the North Public Library website. There's still a couple of branches that are still holding more activities, and the activities are things like spoken word workshops, and the other activity has to do with students doing digital self-portraits. So it's not just like sit down and did you like the book. It's really, really engaging and interesting activities.
Is the mayor going to lead any of these discussions on the books?
So in two places, the mayor will definitely physically appear.
That's
So,
right.
okay,
Awesome.
and one
Awesome.
is...
So I knew the answer was going to be yes when I asked that question.
Okay, so in the fall, there's going to be an event at the North Public Library, 5 Washington Street. That's on Saturday, August 24th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., rain or shine, which means that whatever part of it is outside is going to move inside if it's raining, but that nothing is going to stop because of the weather. There are going to be a myriad of activities for all ages. There'll be a DJ. There'll be music. The mayor will be there. Some of the summer readers will chat with the mayor about the book, and there will be refreshments.
All right, there'll be food, free food.
Free food.
Should have started with the free food.
And we and we want families. So that event on Saturday, August 24th, at the North Public Library main branch serves two purposes. It is a closing, culminating event for the summer readers, grades 6 through 8, and it is the announcement. It is the kickoff for the fall component.
Okay.
The fall component is high school through adult reading. That book will be available initially on that day. You can register online ahead of time, or you can come in that day, fill in your little registration, and get your book. The book is called Americana. It's a novel by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and I'm not going to tell you anything about it, except I'll just say he's an excellent writer. It's extremely engaging, and if you know anything about Mayor Baraka, you know that it is political, that there will be political discussions surrounding this book.
Right.
And so we urge everyone to come out Saturday, August 24th. There will be activities for all ages. There will be stuff set up for toddlers and younger kids, as well as activities that adults will enjoy. Thinking about having a dance contest. I don't know. You know?
Well, I mean, all that's good, right? Like, because it is about getting people used to the idea that reading novels, reading books, that's just normal. That's just a part of life. So we can dance, we can sing, we can eat, all around books.
And, you know, it's just an interesting phenomenon, I think, to understand that all of these things are connected. You know, in school, you know, it doesn't always seem to be a connection between what you're reading and anything else. So we like to bring it all together. And the other thing I think is really important, particularly about the summer piece, is reading is fundamental, but reading is also fun when you're reading something you want to read and something that's engaging and something you pick. The students, we had 2 books so that they could choose which one they wanted. You know? And at first we kind of thought, well, the girls, you know, they'll pick the Malala book, and the guys, you know, they'll pick the crossover book. Not so.
Right.
That's not the way it went.
A lot of girls were in a crossover book.
For
a lot of guys were like, I want to know about Malala.
I want to know about Malala. So that's what happened, and I was refreshed. I was really happy by the openness of young people. You know, that they don't have all the stereotypes that we might expect them to have.
That is fair. That is fair. And I think that we're running close to the end for this segment. And so I just didn't have my watch in front of me. But
okay, you got it, brother.
Did I tell you how to get back in touch with us?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's give out all the contact information. All right. And also, again, this is the All Politics or Local Radio Show. You can tune in the show through your cell phone at www.wrnu.info, or you can chime into the show, tune into the show from our website, which is allpoliticsarelocal.org. .com, and it's the letter R. It's the letter R. All right. All politics are local.com. And you can call in at 973-353-5746. That number again is 973-356-5746. I go slow like that sometimes because we have folks who just it's Friday, they getting it in. All right.
So you're saying they're gonna go a little slower for that?
Yes,
All right,
they getting
fair
it in.
enough.
They getting lit maybe right now. It's Friday, brother. So Joker's like, what was the number again? He said, because I wasn't paying attention. I got my little buzz on right now. So again, that number is 973-353-5746.
Because Bashir Kanali wants you to call with your buzz on. So for the
I'm just saying, brother. Some folk are just celebrating the beginning of the weekend, brother.
and right now we are celebrating books.
Yes.
So you're
Books.
saying that in order to get in touch, what do we have to do?
Really, really simple. You can go on the website of the North Public Library, or if you want to email us, you can email us at nwkliteracy. That's nwkliteracy at ci.newark.nj.us. And I'll say the
Yes,
end
please.
again. Say
Yes,
the whole
please.
thing again?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
nwkliteracy at ci.newark.nj.us, because we want everybody to start reading and engaging in some civic conversation.
That's right.
Right.
Civil civic discourse. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you're here, my sister Tony, because we're talking about books. I'm committed to reading 2 books this summer. I used to read like 6 or 7 books 6 or 7 books every summer, but I kind of slacked off a little bit.
Wow, I got
Me too.
wow,
I
man.
slacked off big time.
I'm
getting
disappointed,
back.
bro.
I'm getting back to that. So I'm reading Asa Hilliard's book, the great Professor Asa Hilliard.
Ah, so that's
All right.
why we're bringing him up.
Absolutely.
as well.
The
Okay.
Maroon Within Us. All right. Social media. All right. The Maroon Within Us. And when I'm finished with this, I'm going to read Dr. John Henry Clark's book, Who Betrayed the African Revolution. All right. I've been meaning to get to these 2 books for years. I said this summer I'm going to take time out to commit myself to reading books. And you right on time, sister, because you come in that spirit. Why is it important for us to get into reading?
So, and you were saying, you also wanted to add, Tony, because there was something, but that's okay.
It's Friday night.
We're
I forgot what I was
because
saying.
she was
baby.
getting
But I'm
her
not
buzz
lit,
on.
but I am not.
It's Friday.
I am
It's Friday. It's Friday, right?
But as soon
Fair
as I
enough,
leave
fair
here,
enough.
I'll remember.
TGIF.
You're like, oh, I thought you were gonna say as soon as you.
Oh no, I remember. No, I remember now. So
Okay.
you were asking me what the mayor's participation was going to be.
Right.
Okay. In the fall, there will be fireside chats. There
Oh,
will be
nice.
2 fireside chats with the mayor. We'll probably let people have the books. Will probably be a sign-up process, for you to be a part of those fireside chats. There'll be live streams all over the place. So we're gonna make sure that the whole city is able to take advantage of
Awesome.
the books and the conversation.
I think that there are a lot of things that are important that are going on, but I really do think that this is one of the most important things to happen in
Absolutely.
the city.
Yes.
As in, because it really is about, saying, hey, even though we are a political branch, we are a cultural branch, and we are actually going to change culture, affect culture.
And, this is so big. People come to us. I get phone calls. There are people actually irritated at us right now because this coalition is young. We haven't even figured out the structure to allow everybody who's doing literacy work in the city to be a part of. That's part of what we're doing within the steering committee.
So people are mad, be like, oh, why wasn't I in on this?
Yes. Well, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah, they're kind of like, what can we do? We want to be a part of it. We do literacy work, and they do. There's so many people in the city who do literacy work, and as a coalition, it is incumbent upon us to make everyone a part.
Invited, right?
Yeah.
Have them participate in the coalition.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure the
And
coalition gonna be
support each
open to
other.
that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to support the efforts of people who are doing the work,
Right.
as well as people supporting the structure
Right.
that we have here. So I think
Absolutely.
it's going to build. It's ongoing.
It's just
it's
gonna grow.
Big, And this is the only, I won't say the only, but it's very difficult to get all of these folks in this city who have resources to come together and say, I'm going to put money in this. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen very often, but it happened with this.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
And I think it's because people really understand the importance of it.
Yes. Yes.
Now you've been on our show so many times, and we always ask you the same question before you leave. And because
Very important
sometimes it
question.
can change. Sometimes it can change.
Oh, you're going to ask me some
Yes, I
question
am.
about
Hip hop. That's right. Who's your favorite hip hop artist, individual or group?
Or group. Absolutely, we're gonna ask you the hip hop
Oh, who
question.
you rocking now?
We're gonna listen, Miss Tony. We're gonna ask you.
I am beyond old school. I'm not old school. Like when old school came out, I was young. Okay.
That's all
so
right.
like what y'all call old school,
Right,
okay,
right.
my children were grown. So
Wow. Wow.
Wow, you
hip
said
hop
my children were
it doesn't change for me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What you like? What you like in
I like
hip-hop?
Tupac and Lauryn Hill. It
There you
doesn't
go.
change.
That's
All
right.
right,
That's
cool.
what I'm talking
That's
about.
it.
See
That's
that?
good.
Tupac and Lauryn Hill.
And by the
Tupac.
way, you don't look like you're that old school.
Absolutely.
Like you just, I think you're
Black
making
don't
it up.
crack.
I think you know.
Thank you.
There's no
Thank
way, not even close.
Black don't crack.
You're not that
baby.
old school.
Good.
But you know, we gotta ask you the hip hop question. All right, the hip hop question. You know, we ask all our guests, but like I said, you've been here many times. All right, so we like to be refreshed.
Oh, you're
Yes.
gonna ask me something new, are you?
No,
that was
he's
it.
not, he's not.
No, that was
We're-
it.
Right now, yeah,
Okay.
we're
Just
we're-
hip hop. This what was your favorite hip hop artist or
Yep.
hip hop group? That's it. And
Exactly.
you already answered the question, my
Right.
sister.
Now we're getting ready to shift into the next segment.
Yes.
So first, thank you so much for coming out.
Yes, let's give
As
our
I
sister
said,
a strong round of applause.
I think this is a powerful
Always.
program.